Parents and students, this is my introductory video for Thursday, and I just want to say thank you so much, parents, for the great job you've been doing submitting the tests and the work, and children, you've been doing your very best. I really like to see those good writing papers that you've been doing and the fantastic grades you've been making on the tests. So keep putting your effort in and we'll all get through this. I do want to say that I did change your lesson plan sheet just a hair after I sent it. I looked at the poll and I appreciate you. About 18 people participated in that poll, and I think you're working very, very, very hard, and I don't want to overwork you. So I looked at that poll and I thought, I need to pull a few things off. So that's kind of what I do at the end of the day after I plan my lesson, is try to consider what I can scale down on. So I did decide not to have you do the reading comprehension sheet today. The students are saying, yay, yes. All right. So for seat work, you actually have only 4 things today. So we'll give you a little break there. I also changed that I did want you to only submit the writing test today and not the writing paper. You can still do the paper, just write a paragraph about an animal. It can be kind of like a report if you want it to, what the animal eats and what they look like, or just a paragraph about an animal. Could be about your own dog. So there are 3 pictures of 3 different animals. I think one is a dog and one is a frog, and I forget what the other one is. So you've got your choice of 1 of 3. You do not need to write about all 3. Please don't write about all 3. Just 1, 3 to 5 sentences as we normally do. And, let's see. When you do your writing test, if you will, especially listen to the first part of the writing video where she reminds you of your good posture and the things that you need to do. Get you in the mood to doing a really good job on that test. And then as she progresses, and she finishes up in about 12 minutes, then if you're not finished, you can take a little bit longer to make sure you're making it your very best and your neatest. And of course, once you're concentrating, you don't have to listen to every little thing she's saying. But that kind of gives you a time framework. If you start it and keep with her, pace yourself with her to write your name and so forth, to not rush on that because it will be for a grade today. And on your reading, let's see. I don't think you have quite as many big words today. So I think there was preparation and synagogue. So your parents should be right there. They can help you with those. Excuse me, my papers are going askew. Again, history, you do not need to do that. Only if you want to. I really started that unit and just wanted to finish that chapter. And next week we'll slow down on that also. I just want to pull back some and so we don't get worn out. And let's see. Occasionally there's a video, maybe someone has a video that isn't playing right. I think some people had some that were the YouTube videos for the stretch break, and the way they pop up, and sometimes they're over on the right, and sometimes there's a little picture, and sometimes it's just a link and you have to click on that. So, and sometimes it just didn't open. So I tried to fix what I could fix. There were some things that I had uploaded in YouTube a little bit differently. So I'm still learning, but we should be doing better on that. And again, if it's just a stretch break, don't worry about it. If it's something that's important information, then be sure to let me know. Well, either way, you can let me know. And that way, if I find out that they're all not working, then I don't need to spend time to do them. All right, on your tests, I'm going to be calling for your oral grades today or tomorrow. So let me know if you need a specific time frame. And I sent an assignment to let you know what things we'll be doing again, just basically the same thing, 5 words in a row on the back of the phonics test, and the 5 arithmetic facts, and reading from some page that you've already read in the past few days, and questions. And as far as your written tests, I was so pleased that I got all the phonics tests in. So things are coming together, they're working better. And that grade that I put in for your phonics test is a temporary grade, because if you miss any on the oral test, then some points will be, it's -6 points for every word you missed on the oral test. So you might want to look at those words in advance and practice them. That's fine. And so those phonics grades that are in there right now for the test you just took on Monday could change a little bit if you miss any of the words on the oral grade. I did record them in Edmodo, so you can see how you did on just the front part of that phonics test. I decided that it's really too much to try to get all of the tests into the paint program and grade them with the paint and then try to get them all back to you for now. So until I maybe get better or faster or ahead of things. So the grade will be there, and if you have questions, I tried to write a little note about what you were having trouble with, especially if you missed a lot, but there weren't that many people that missed a lot. So if you need to know what you missed or want that information, then you're free to ask me for that information. I should be able to go back and look at that test and see. All right, in Spelling City, some people were having trouble with the apostrophe on the contractions. So you do want to get into that game that was a test. It's not a test yet, but it's called Play and Test or something like that, where you're actually typing in just to see how that's working for you. Because if you're having trouble with the apostrophe, it could be that there's two. Bless Midori's grandmother. She really worked through this to figure out what was wrong with Midori's tablet. And it turned out there were 2 apostrophe buttons. And so one of them didn't work and the other one did. But it took a while to test what was going on with that. So if you're having trouble with that, let me know and we'll try to work around that. And on your arithmetic test Thursday, on the written part, you're going to be asked to round to the nearest 10 and to do some estimated sums. So you might want to double check your page 291 that you already did in sections 2 and 3, and be sure that you know how to do that. And also there will be clocks. So on the seat work, there is, I think today there are clocks, or yesterday there was clocks. So double check those with your parents and make sure you know what you're doing. It was adding a half hour later or an hour later or an hour earlier, which makes it a little tricky, and drawing the hands on the clock. So work on that, because those things will be on the test. And there is borrowing also, which most of you are doing great on, but just on page 291, there was borrowing. You can check out your borrowing on that too. And let's see, so your writing test is today, your arithmetic test is tomorrow, and then there will not be another phonics test until next week. But the oral phonics comes off of last Monday's test, so be sure you have last Monday's test available. Miss Peterson sent me some links for some music classes that she's doing, and she got started, but the message kind of got to me late. So we had a big teachers meeting on Monday and talking about, things, how we can make this work better for you. So, and if you still need help with anything, some things that's frustrating and it's not working right, please don't hesitate to let me know, because that's the kind of things that I'm trying to work through. And I think that's everything I have for you. Let me make sure that there wasn't anything. Oh, I know what I wanted to show. Yes, it is today that you will be working on the clocks in your arithmetic. So, have a good day. Thanks for working hard. Lord be with you and keep you healthy and safe, and help us all to get through with this with great courage. And remember to smile at your mom, smile at your brothers and sisters, and tell them that you love them. Bye-bye.